guys, my name is Kemi Fakulujo. Do you know that unconsciously or consciously we tend to adapt to pain, to stress, to suffering, to unrest? Like, do you feel that? Like, I understand that life is tough, life is about struggling, life is about ups and downs, but I feel like we shouldn't, like, consciously try as much as possible to make sure that these downs does not describe us or describe what we want to be known for, right? So yesterday I went for an event. Normally I'm this person that would go for an event, sit down and watch people. And when you sit down, when you know you're in that category where you sit down to watch people, you realize that that is when you start noticing all the people that did not dress properly, the people that are not well behaved. You start noticing unnecessary things and you bother yourself with things that does not even concern you, right? So yesterday when I got to that event, I took a lot of pictures, I danced, I had so much fun that I wasn't noticing anything, right? While at the event, I had to take pictures, uploaded my status, which is so unlike me. While I was doing that, I just thought about it. Okay, what do I think I've changed? Because in a way, I think I've actually changed, and I was thinking, okay, what must have triggered or what caused the changes, right? So sometimes we worry, like life just gets to us, that we become something that we don't want to be. Like, for goodness sake, life is short and is meant to be enjoyed, right? Irrespective of your status, what you do. Like, I just feel life is something you should enjoy. So today, because like I've been through stress, I've been through unrest, I've been through pains and sufferings, today I want to tell you some things you need to look out for to know when things are not going your way, or when you're going through stress, or when you unconsciously or consciously is adapting to negativity or stress. Welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining, we're talking about things you should look out for when you're adapting to negativity. That is fear, worries, troubles, like everything negative. One is when you start complaining so much. Like, I'm not saying that you should not, like, fine, there are times things don't go your way, you want to talk about it. Talking about something is different from complaining about that thing. When you complain about something is when no matter what comes out from that thing, you can never see anything good about it. Yeah, I experienced that while I was working before I left my job. There was nothing good that could come out from that job. I'm not saying that that place wasn't a good place, but for me personally, because I disliked the place, I disliked the environment. In fact, the color of the gate was a problem for me. Can you imagine the level or the rate in which I never wanted to be there? So there was nothing that came out from that place that I felt comfortable with. Like, there was nothing good that could come out from that place. Like, do you understand? Then secondly is when you start talking down on yourself. When you're with toxic people, when you're in a toxic place, in a place where you can only get this negative vibes, if you're not careful, you start adapting when you start talking down on yourself. Oh, I cannot do anything right. There is nothing good that can come out from this place. Like, when you start thinking of those things, you feel you are not just good enough, you're inadequate. Then it means you're adapting to negativity or to a toxic place, right? Then thirdly is when you start living beyond your means. Like, because of you feel you're not feeling good about yourself, you want to create like a barricade where people see this flashy things about you. They see this shining thing because you want them to feel you're scared, you don't want to be vulnerable. Like, I feel nobody wants to be vulnerable, nobody likes to be vulnerable, right? So instead of showing people the way you feel, you want to put like a wall that would only give people what they want to see. You want people to feel that, okay, you're there, you've arrived, you start buying things you don't really need, you start buying things that you can't sincerely afford, then you understand that. Then fourthly is when you start gossiping about people. When you start gossiping about people, then you should be careful, because like I feel, because you're not feeling good about yourself, because you're in a dark place, you want to bring down people. You feel comfortable when people say things, because most people don't really talk good about people when they gossip about them. They talk about the bad things, and you're comfortable in that space to make you feel, to console you that you're not the only one in that bad place, right? Then when you start feeling like, when you start worrying so much about the future, like when I was in that job, I was worrying so much about the future. I was not living for now. I was just looking, okay, if I leave, if I continue in this place, where will I be? What will I become? What would my finance and everything? And if I don't leave, what will I do? If I leave, what would I do next? Like, I was worried so much that I was having sleepless nights because I just could not, like, because I was just in negative place, and I could not just realize that life is short. This now that I can see is important, and when I can understand that I am good in this space, it will be easier to think about the future and plan the future, right? Then another bad thing about when you're adapting is you start regretting the past, and you've not done anything concerning the past. You've not, because you just start looking at it, okay, I've spent this number of years wasting my time. Yet, because when you're in a toxic place, you find out that those times that you've spent there is actually a waste, but you still can't get away, you still can't get over that place. Do you understand? So when you start feeling this way, believe me, you're in a toxic place, you're adapting to negativity. And yes, so when you start feeling that way, you need to understand that it is time for you to leave. It is time for you to walk away. I'm not saying quit your job. Okay, fine. I think my next video I should talk about ways in which you can walk out of negativity or toxic place, right? Okay, so that's what we will be talking about next week. So for now, you want to stay safe, you want to be good to yourself, and bye.